morning or just afternoon now, and welcome to Villars-sur-Orlon for the European Championships. We've already had paraclimbing, speed climbing and Boulder last night, and now it's time to turn our attention to that enormous lead wall for the men and women's semi-finals. The sun is baking the arena, 23 degrees, but boy does it feel hotter than that. And that is the wall in the shade, mercifully. Two routes, the men's on the left, the women's on the right. And 24 athletes will be competing for just 8 finals places. It's going to be tough, it's going to be brutal, and we are ready to bring you all of the action. My name is Matt Groom. I'm being joined in a minute by a co-commentator who will be making her way through the arena. But let's have a look, first of all, at the women's start list. The athletes qualifying the other day to get to this position. Noah Shiran just squeaking into the semi-final, so she will climb first. And a lot of these athletes just competing in the lead round of things, although a few of them were in action last night and yesterday. Zelia Abazi, for example, she was in the semi-finals. And there's some big names mixed in amongst this list. And down at the bottom, Zhenya Kazbekova in the #1 spot, and then Janikor following her. So this is the men's start list, and I've just been joined by Sunniva in the athlete booth, in the commentary booth. But Sunniva, you're an athlete. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm from Norway, and I've been climbing for a while, almost my whole life, and competing since I was young. Starting, not sure which year in the IFSC rounds. I think maybe in 2017 was my first year. And this is my first year as like a complete senior. So
okay, so you're making that transition from the junior circuit into the senior side of things.
Yeah.
And how is it gone? Because I've heard some people say, look, it's easy. Others say it's really intense. It feels different. How is it for you?
It is different, yeah, for sure. It's harder, but I think like the people are the same. Like when I was young and like in the youth senior, I always looked up to the ones that was older. So it's still the same people. So it doesn't feel like it's not so much new stuff, you know.
Absolutely, and the routes themselves, I mean, we're looking at them here. You were competing on this wall the other day for qualifying, obviously not making it through, so I'm sorry about that. Tell me a bit about this Villars wall, because it's fairly standard in terms of we've got a big middle overhanging section, the head wall, but what does it climb like? What does it feel on the wall?
It feels like almost like all the other World Cup walls, but it's quite steep, and I think the routes were quite hard, and it also looks really hard these semi-finals, but super cool as well. So I'm really excited to see everyone, and you can see also it's quite steep at the top part as well.
Yeah, that's a very good point actually, because sometimes head walls are less steep at the top, but this one, as we can see from this angle, is pretty overhanging up there. And this is the women's route, starting on green and black holds, traversing over to the right before winding back into the centre of the wall. And it's split into sections, as you can see, and those colour changes usually indicate a bit of a pace change or a difficulty change. And you come up, clipping all the quick draws, which are the things hanging off the wall, making your way upwards towards the top. And usually in certainly World Cup competitions we don't get that many tops, but it'd be good to see some here today. And look, tell me about the people competing here, because Zhenya in first place for the women, she was competing yesterday in the finals. Skin has got to be an issue for her, surely.
Yeah, for sure. Like my skin started to bleed on the first round in Boulder round, so I'm not sure how her skin is, but I think it's probably bad. And probably she's also quite tired from the bouldering round, because both qualifications, semi-finals and finals look really hard.
Yeah, agreed. Well, we'll have to wait and see for that one. First of all, we've got Noah Shiran out for Israel on the right of your stage, and Marco Davide from Italy will be underway as well. Clipping the quick draws, and the start of a route's always interesting, isn't it? Because it can be quite tough on the athletes.
It can be like they want to like make you unsure about the moves, and that you have to climb real slow, not to fall off. So you just have to be composed and try not to get too worked up about it, because then it's like easier when you get through the first part.
Yeah, and that's kind of easier said than done, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because
for sure.
you come out and you're a bit
You
nervous.
never know.
All right, well, Davide here is a bit of a grimace on his face as he's into the pinches. Quite a hard cross.
This looks
move.
really hard.
Yeah, really slow as he unwinds.
I think the women's route is easier in the beginning than the guys.
Yeah, I would agree with you. When I was reading it, I thought, wow, that's a brutal start.
Yeah, the women's look like more crimpy and a little bit technical.
What's your preferred beginning? Do you like a sort of quite a hard start to get you into it, or do you want to be eased in by the setters?
Eased in for sure.
Okay.
And so crimps is always nice.
All right, well, this is Noah Chiran here. She makes her way over towards the purple section, and Davide as well. He's in the colour change. Things probably ramping up a little bit here.
Yeah.
And Davide with a big scream as he comes up.
I always like when the climbers scream. It's like just giving it all.
Yeah, exactly, and he's screaming every single move at the moment.
Yeah. The girls is having, looks like a good rest.
Oh, Davide falls.
I really wanted to see the next part. Looks like a toe hook and then crossing over. Interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. There's lots of climbing to come and lots of athletes. We've got 24 men, 24 women here competing. And this is Noah Chiran still on the wall, about halfway through this women's route now. Matching underneath, and those slopers are not going to feel great in this heat. There's a little bit of an edge.
Yeah, you can see like her fingers are like 90 degrees, so then it's probably a good edge, or a little bit of like an edge.
Yeah, and you can see her working her fingers into it. She moves through now into some side.
Oh, really fighting.
Oh, just on that undercling, eh? She's done really well here.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes if you go out first, it's like you don't have any pressure, so you just climb and just having a good time, giving it all.
Yeah, I agree. It's quite hard to judge a route when the first athletes are out. They often do better than we expect them to do.
Yeah. So a lot of times that the first climber, I'm like, oh my god, it's too easy. No!
Oh no, it does fall eventually.
Probably tired.
Yes, well, she's halfway through that big traverse from right to left towards the centre of the wall. But she is done for now. We'll have two athletes climbing at the same time. Once both fall, we'll get the rotation coming through.
She looks a little bit not so happy.
Yeah, her teammate Karem getting well, actually, I'm not going to reveal it yet, but by this evening I will be saying, so if you haven't caught up on action, then do so by then. Right, well, this is the backstage area, and we've got an amazing fixed camera just to show the moments before the athletes enter the arena, which I really enjoy looking at because I'm nosy. And tell me a little bit about that area. Like, what's, in your personal opinion, what's going through your head when you're waiting to go on?
I'm just trying to get psyched, but also like calm myself down. So, and going through the route in my head, and yeah, just really preparing mentally and get the best energy and everything. And it's also fun to see other climbers there because it's different how everyone is trying to be prepared.
Yeah, that's why I love that camera angle, to see what you guys are doing. Right, Simon Podjak from Czech Republic is on, and Valerie Kremer from Israel is on the right. There she is. And I think, as you said earlier on, the women's route pretty straightforward down at the bottom. Just got to keep it together, not over grip, not get too pumped.
He's climbing quite fast.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? Going for this.
Yeah. And then it's the weird cross under or over. Yeah, over.
Yeah, it's a bit of a wake-up move, that, I think.
Yeah. You just really have to be like quite slow and static.
Well, if you are just joining us, welcome to Villars. I know there's lots of people watching from Europe and all around the world. So do send us some messages if you're enjoying the climbing action here today. And a big power move there from Simon. Cutting loose, making sure of the moves. You've got to be quite precise, and he's not precise there. It's quite a stop and start performance from him.
Yeah, That's always devastating when you just have been climbing for maybe a few seconds, and then it's like, oh, I prepared warm up for 2 hours, and then, oh, it's done.
At least we have a 12 o'clock start here. It gives everyone a bit of a lie-in, which is nice. There's no sort of 6 a.m. ISO calls, and Valerie falls too.
But that shows that the beginning is harder than we think.
Yes, they've proved us wrong there. Thank you, athletes, immediately. But yeah, that was Valerie falling just before the end of the green and black section. So 2 fairly early falls, as we can see from the ropes.
I looked at that part for the girls' route yesterday, I think, and then I was like, this looks hard to do the cross or the shoulder move because it's big and your feet are long to the left, so it's hard to hold the swing.
Yeah, just to explain that a bit, because the routes were on the wall last night, because it's basically impossible to hide a lead wall in the middle of a stadium. So everyone gets the chance to look at it before, once it's up on the wall. Then before we started the broadcast, the athletes get an observation period where they get to check out the routes. It's 6 minutes for that. And then they get to climb it. So it's not completely blind, but they've never pulled onto these holds before.
Yeah. I think, like, since everyone was there, almost everyone was there as finals, it's equal for everyone. So. But I think maybe I would like if they would like put maybe like some signs over some.
Yeah, like a giant curtain or something would be good, wouldn't it?
Something.
Yeah.
Just to make it like that you couldn't see everything.
Yeah, no, I do know what you mean. It's an interesting one. It's
But of course, it's super hard to like cover up a big wall.
Yeah, one day we'll have a reversible wall or something you can flip.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Right, Ilaria Scalaris from Italy is on. She has some potential here to get further, qualifying a good position for this. And Martin Bergin is on the left-hand side. First athlete from Slovenia. And although we've got quite a stacked field, we are missing a few athletes, and mostly the Olympians who are taking a holiday.
I'm surprised of the Olympians that are here, because I don't understand how they have a lot of power left, just like physically and mentally. Yeah. But it's super cool that they're here.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm not sure I would be, but this is why I'm not a pro athlete. But we are just about to build up into the final World Cups of the season. We go to Koper next week, then Prague for a boulder, and then South Korea to finish off the season. So I guess if you are an Olympic climber who's looking to sort of complete the season, you might as well do this comp.
Yeah, and I think maybe they're just like doing it for fun, not putting any pressure on themselves, hopefully.
Yes, and if you go back and watch the boulder, you might see an Olympian in action on the top spot of the podium. No spoilers yet, I promise. Right, Martin Bergin has done that cross move pretty simply, didn't really pause on that.
Ooh, knee bar.
Yeah, it looks like a good one, that as well.
Yeah, I think it's nice because it seems like the guys' route you can't even chalk up, almost. It's like just going. On the girls, you see they can shake a little on almost each move. Not like really stopping, but a shake is better than unshake.
Yes, you're right about that, and we can see Ilaria pausing with that right heel hook now. Martin's climbing super quick as well.
Yeah, he looks quite good.
Yeah, and cutting loose less than we saw Simon just do.
Yeah.
So a bit more deliberate with his climbing. Ilaria now tucked in underneath, but now Martin cuts loose. He's got to do a big crossover move here with the right hand. No. He had the range.
Yeah, I think like it's hard to see like where you're supposed to hit the hole because there's so many screw-ons.
Yeah.
So you don't know what you're going to. No, it's. Oh, she's doing it really slow.
Yeah, Ilaria really controlled with the movements. She was in Paris for the Olympics. I was watching her train at one of the walls there. She was there for hours and hours. I had a short session. I then went and had a beer, and she was still on the wall, still crushing. So it's putting in the work.
She's really good.
Yeah,
I think she can climb up. If she has a good round, she can definitely do really good.
Yeah, she seems very comfortable on the European circuit side of things.
Yeah.
Of course, it's the European Championship, which adds a bit of prestige.
Yeah, everyone that's here are super strong, so.
Well, she has the heel hook in now, goes up with the left hand, and this is good from her. She enters the purples. But slope is to come, and you've really got to work your hands and your fingers into these holds.
Yeah. I think the girls like the heels and everything on this part. When it's big holds, it's also a big heel afterwards.
Yeah, the women are so good at heel hooks and toe hooks.
Yeah.
It's great to see. Yeah, and the setters do try to sort of avoid big heel hook rest for them, but it's pretty difficult to do, actually.
Yeah.
And she kept in another heel there.
Now it comes like a quite hard move, I think. That move I really like. It's also really cool to see them like just giving all.
Yeah, right. So she's about halfway through now, alone on the wall.
Bad feet.
Yeah, you can see the no-tax, can't you?
Yeah.
She wants to put her foot on. There's, oh, she's
Okay.
gonna trust this and no
No.
slips. I think maybe not using a foot there is the better way to do it.
Yeah, maybe, but it's also looked like really hard to not do it with the feet.
Yeah, I just wonder what you're going to stand on. I mean, there's
It's only dual tech, I think, there.
yeah, and she didn't seem to want to trust it with that right
Yeah,
foot. And
I think if you're going to stand on the dual tech, you just have to really put a lot of pressure.
well, this is our current leaderboard. 3 gone. Noah Sharan leading the way with 31 plus. Ilaria just underneath that on 30. And Valerie falling fairly early on 15 plus. Vita Lucan up next. And for the men, Davide out first. High point, but low so far for the men.
Yeah.
Under 20.
Big difference from the girls and guys.
Yeah. Well, if you're wondering about the scoring, each hold is scored, and the plus is given if you use that hold to go towards the next one. And we'll talk about that more in detail. But basically, the higher up the wall, the better the score. Obviously, the best score is a top. Now, Vita Lucan about to come on. One to watch.
Yeah, I think she's going to do good. Yeah, she's super strong and been competing for a while.
Yeah, she has. She's still only 25, I think. But
Yeah.
it feels like she's been here for a long time, so really giving some experience. And her teammate, Milan Prescott, is on next to her. Yeah, Janja Garnbrett is one of the ones, I think she's in Seus from looking at her Instagram.
Yeah, I think so. That's really exciting.
Yes,
I think she's going to send the quite hard routes.
yeah, I can't wait to see what she attempts out there.
Yeah,
So her holiday, her beach holiday is a crag holiday.
the best holiday.
Agreed. So Vita Lucan is quickly off the ground. Milan taking a little longer just to remind himself of the route. Vita's such a powerful climber. And Milan with that little run and jump start, which is a bit awkward for the men. Not difficult, but that's what you were talking about, unsettling for them.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think the route setters want anyone to fall there, so it's quite easy, but just a little bit stressful.
Yeah, a little bit stressful is a good way to describe that. All right, so Vita has a toe, now cuts loose, gets a heel in, continues up towards the right.
That right hand was worse than I thought. It's just like a slopey pinch.
Yeah, she's through it, and Milan makes that cross-through move. Out towards...
Maybe he's also putting a knee. Yeah. They've been reading together.
And that knee bar, less good than it looks. I mean, you have got something to stand on for that right foot, but it's pretty small and underneath the no-tax.
Yeah, you don't get like the best angle, I think.
Yeah, I think...
And also it's quite small.
Yes, exactly, and
Yeah.
a lot of tension required to hold you into that position. He does move through it quickly.
Yeah. Vita is quite climbing fast through this section.
Yeah, and her usual great flexibility there as she makes the move up.
Yeah.
Hasn't really
Not
stopped
stopping
yet.
to rest.
No.
Yeah.
She's just been going, hasn't she?
But that's also really different from athletes to athletes. Someone likes to stop and rest for a long time, and others just climb until they're finished. You can see the bad hold on the guy's roots.
Nasty,
Just
isn't
a
it?
sloper.
Yeah. Oh, his
No.
foot pops. Interesting. Well, that is a real crux of the men's route so far.
Yeah.
The women's, I think, less cruxy, seems just to build in intensity.
Yeah. It's like no feet for the guys, almost.
Yeah. You can see, though, from Vita's shot there, how small her footholds are when they are there. But
Yeah. Doing that move, I think that's better to go like in shoulder, or I would prefer that, I think.
oh, she's
Now
nicely...
she's just standing, yeah. I'm not sure if it's dual tech there or some friction.
Hard to see, isn't it? I
Yeah.
think there is a bit of friction. I mean,
Yeah.
the fact that she's standing on it like that,
better be.
Yeah, exactly. Well, she's got amazing feet. Now, this is
Oh,
where
just
Ilaria
bumping.
fell, and she does do
Yeah.
it kind of no feet, just jumping over, whereas Ilaria tried to push into that no-tex.
Yeah, I think she wanted to cross over, and Vita just bumped.
Yeah, so a difference in route
Wow.
reading between the two women here.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, she tried
That's
to get
hard.
the side of a climbing shoe. There's not a lot of rubber there.
Yeah, it's just to get some pressure.
Well, she's down. We'll have to wait and see, but I have a feeling that might not be enough. He says, predicting the future here, which is always
Yeah.
dangerous. But about halfway through for her. You can see some of the setters there watching on. They've been working hard and lots to do for this because, of course, not only do we have individual lead and boulder, but tomorrow we have the combined top 8 will move forward. Alexander Topkova in the green of Bulgaria walks forward. And her teammate, Nikolai Rusev, who climbed in the semi-final yesterday.
Yeah. It's always fun when the both climbers are from the same country.
Yes. Yeah, it must feel quite nice when you're lining up next to someone you spent hours training with.
Yeah.
It's funny, someone said this to me the other day, that like we talk about climbing almost like team sports,
Yeah.
although it is individual, but it's true, you know, I mean, you know what it's like. Well, actually, how big is Team Norway?
Yeah, always helping each other, because
Yeah.
if you help them, they gave you something, and it's like always fun to climb with, like, against someone that's also have the same, like, that you have the same beta and, you know, everything the same as the other one.
Yeah, it's a little bit of comfort, isn't it, out there
Yeah.
on the big stage. Well, the sun just hitting the bottom of the wall now, not on the wall itself. During qualification, I wasn't in the stadium for that. Does the sun hit the wall or does it stay shaded?
It stays in the shade
Okay.
the whole day. Yeah.
That's good.
It was quite nice. Oh, he did the start quite nice.
Yeah, no jump for him.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's the easiest method, though, to be honest. But he's made it work.
Probably individual.
Yeah. And
Alexandra is matching the holes. The green, I think.
oh,
with
yeah,
the
I see what
colours,
you mean,
yeah.
the green on the
Yeah.
green. Yeah, she's colour coordinate. She got the memo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like the Bulgarian kit. You certainly recognise them from a distance.
Yeah.
There's a lot of blues and blacks for teams.
Yeah, very much. We're black this year. It's weird.
Do you get any choice in uniform design, or do they just sort of give it to you?
I think we have some choices, but not a lot. So it's like a little bit.
Hit and miss, eh? Well, both doing well at the moment. Interesting style from Nikolai. He's almost climbing this like a boulder route.
Yeah. I think it's almost like a boulder.
Yeah. it
Just
does
a
seem-
really, really long boulder.
Yes, over and over again. And he's approaching the men's Crux now. Our Belay team doing a good job down low. Right, got to be
Hard
accurate
crack.
here.
Yes.
Looks like he's through.
Having power to clip as well.
Yeah, that right hand is blocked.
And then, yes.
And the toe. Now, I was trying to work out this section, because at
This
some
looks-
point you've got to release that toe, haven't you?
It's
But-
now. You have to just jump.
Whoa.
Oh, that was cool.
True power from him, screaming his way upwards. Still having enough energy to chalk up.
Oh, I think he's going to be happy when he's coming down. Fighting hard.
Yeah, he's way out front on 22.
Wow. I think he's not supposed to go to that pocket. It's the crimp over and then crossing under to the
Okay.
pocket, I think. But that was a really good fight.
It was, wasn't he? So new high point for the men on 24.
Yeah.
And this is Alexander.
I feel like sometimes when I hear other people scream while climbing, I get more psyched. I get like, oh yeah, I'm going to fight hard now. So hopefully it's the same for Totkova.
Are you a power screamer when climbing, or do you keep quiet?
At home, when I'm in the basement, I power scream, but not while I'm with others, I think.
Amazing. So it's a basement training?
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. Alexander upgrades that right hand, gets in a heel, and she's entering this traversy section now with a slightly awkward foot, or no feet, as Vita did it. Yeah, I think that left foot actually is no text down there.
Wow.
Vita looked so confident on that, didn't she?
Yeah, she did, and just like matching the feet and okay. Is she going for the bump or? Yeah, I think so.
Like Ilaria did, she's trusting that right foot but doesn't like it.
Yeah. It's hard to bump there because it's like you're going to the black undercling and then it's hard to pull to get like a big enough swing over. Oh.
No, I think she just took slightly too long thinking about that.
Yeah.
30, that's going to leave her down, and she is disappointed. Tears straight away for her. It's so tricky to watch Alexander because she has these moments of pure brilliance, and then she has sections like that where you think, you know, just what happened?
Yeah, sometimes she's like just crushing and climbing really well and like so flowy, and other times it's, yeah. But that is also almost maybe for everyone, but maybe not as big leap between good and bad.
Yeah, I think that's it, is the difference in her results are so, big. Big. Good words, Matt. Okay, let's try to find some better words, shall we? Yuval Shemela is up next. He's waiting on the steps there, I think. It's quite dark in that area. Behind this holding area, there is a warm-up wall. And a whole gym, right, that you guys go in first and then you get bussed in.
Yeah, the first we warm up like in another building up in the hills. And then we get like on the shuttle bus down there. But the wall back there is not good, so and really small, so it's maybe just for just crimping a little bit and get some more blood through your fingers, not for just climbing.
I've heard they're pretty rough holds as well.
Really rough, yeah. Everything is new, so
yeah.
You don't want to like actually hold them, just a little bit.
Yeah, just activate your arms, leave it alone after that. Okay, so here is Yuval Shemela, and then Liv Egli is joining. Great to see her back as well.
Yeah. She's really good. Has so good pump.
Yeah.
I talked to her after her last qualis on the route. It was the blue one, which was quite hard. And she was like, "Oh, you have to do that one." And I was like, "Yeah, don't give up."
That's good advice, I think, generally. All right, well, Yuval is up to this start. There are two ways to do the beginning of this men's route. I think the jump is probably the easier way, but a bit scarier.
Yeah. Just committing and then it's easy.
Yeah. And Yuval tends to climb quite quickly, doesn't hang around. And Liv underway, gets that right foot up, nice and deliberate. Through the first couple of moves. Nothing too tricky for the women, you just can't overthink this section. Yuval with the clip now. He made that cross-through move look so good, I didn't really see it.
Yeah.
He's a powerful climber, is this man.
I feel like all the guys from Israel is really strong, and the girls as well.
Yeah, right. I wonder if it's to do with the gyms there or what it is. Like, they are pretty hard, and they tend to be quite, big move there, quite small. Like, a bit like Japanese gyms, like really intense.
Yeah. And I think I haven't seen like anyone lead climbing in Israel.
No, that's a good point, actually. Yeah.
I just see like boulders.
A big scream from him as he makes this clip, really working hard, but it just
really fast.
Yes, exactly.
But I think that's just smart on this route because it's so intense. And now he's resting a little bit. That's nice.
Yeah, and some powerful moves here as he drops back down. That toe will feel good.
Yeah. I think he had a plan to just like climb fast and then stop a little to rest and then climb fast again.
I guess if there's not much opportunity to stop, you might as well keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a horrible hold, though. Great camera angle, that. Yeah, Obsessed Media doing the duties here for the camera, sound, and everything else. So thank you, guys. And the replays, of course.
It's always nice with the microphones on the wall.
Yes, I love that so much. Liv is climbing less slowly, but Yuval is on some kind of a race here, so you can't take that. And approaching the high point. I think the score...
he's going for the pocket there.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, that's a lot easier.
He's got his back 2 fingers in it as well.
Yeah, I think that pocket is like good, but for sure it's steep, so and bad feet, so it's not that good, but it's one of the better ones.
Well, Yuval looking good, and he's in provisional first at the moment.
Now he's crossing under,
That was very close to falling. Well, he's a couple of meters below the head wall now. You can see the metal coping above his head. So the angle will change, but not a lot.
And we can also see the bad sloper on the girls' route, the purple one.
Oh yeah, true. There it is in shot. Yeah, it's awful, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it's cool that they use like the boxes to make holes as well.
Yeah, the setter's being very creative out there. Up with the right hand, locks it off, hits the left.
Whoa, his shoulders.
Oh. Well, that's a good fight from you, Val.
You could see in his face he was so tired.
I've sort of got to reset my my whole world view here, because Liv is climbing at normal speed and she's in a normal position, whereas Yuval was so fast. But she's approaching the women's, or the first of the women's cruxes here. Oh, that was close.
Going for the shoulder. Oh, get the right foot.
I think she's in some trouble here.
Yeah.
Oh, went for nothing on that black volume. Pump brain kicking in, a bit of desperation, trying to find a hold where there wasn't a hold, but...
I think there's a hole there.
Oh, is it what, a foot, do you think, or is that a hold?
It's the hold they use before they bump.
Oh, so like an intermediate?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think she should have brought her right foot up on the...
Yeah. Well, breathing hard as she looks back up. 6 athletes gone now. 7 athletes gone now. And that is the crowd. It was a bit of a slow start. People beginning to filter in through the village. There was lots of athletes and spectators having coffee in the morning as you enter this really beautiful place to go climbing. Although it is a car park, that makes it sound terrible, because surrounding us are mountains. And it's an area the IFSC have come back to every single year, in fact, the last couple of years. And although we do have the occasional misty days, usually it's bright sunshine like this.
I think they have been starting later because of the mist.
Yeah.
So and it's also nice for the athletes to get some sleep.
I agree with you.
So nice.
So I remember a few years ago, I'd open my hotel window and just the mist would blow through the window.
Yeah.
It's one of those places. Well, it is just being held here. I'm not quite sure why, but now there we go. Time is on.
I think it was just maybe the judges.
And then Jules, there's Jules Marshland.
He's a really good outside climber. I think he was in Zeus not so long ago.
Yeah, so seems to be the sort of like outdoor training crag for World Cups currently.
Yeah, you get like really good pump when you're there, so
Yeah.
it's actually nice. And it's also nice for the mental game to get to climb outside, I think.
Yeah, there's a couple of big run-outs in Zeus, isn't there? Also an enormous hill you've got to walk up.
Yeah, but also it's really meditational always to be there, because you're surrounded by so nice nature.
Yeah, agreed. It's beautiful.
Slow mornings.
Jules is also climbing quickly here as he powers his way through the blues. And Lucia Tarkas, she was in action yesterday. Didn't make finals, but good performance in semis for Boulder.
The semifinals for the women was so hard.
Yeah, it was. I think, yeah, the setters were happy with the separation of the athletes, but they did say it was a bit harder than they thought.
But I think it was super fun to watch. I like it when you can see everyone fight hard. And Ingrid, my teammate, she also liked it, even though it was super hard. She had a lot of fun.
Good to know. So how many of Team Norway are in Villars?
Only 3.
Okay.
3 girls. So not so many, but more than it was this summer. Then it was only me and Ingrid traveling.
Oh, good that you've got more members here. Jules, not on very much with that left hand. This is the pocket section. He's going to cross underneath here.
No! Oh, just a bad foot placement there.
Yeah,
but he was like that climber that just climbs and never rests. And then it's like, yeah, it's over when it's over.
Yeah, when he falls, it kind of comes quite quickly, doesn't it?
Yeah. Lucia always climbs quite slow and really powerful and static.
Yeah, it's great to see her progress over the last couple of years. Another one who just spends hours in the gym. She's looking good at the moment. She matches this purple sloper, but a tricky move coming up here. So that's a good hold.
I think the feet that they're standing on is jewel tech, so it's texture on the upper part and then no text on the lower part, so that you can stand on some texture.
I think you're right. You can just see the light hitting the shiny part.
Yeah, some friction.
There is something, but you've got to be pretty accurate, haven't you?
She has to get like some height to get up in that hold.
Yeah, she's a bit low on it at the moment. Hasn't
Use her
made this clip
bicep.
yet. She's in some trouble.
Yeah.
Hits the intermediate. That's the hold I couldn't see just now. Kind of blends into the volume. Hasn't made this
Big
clip
bump.
yet.
Yes.
And she'll want to flick that left foot out left towards that black triangular volume.
Oh, that is really good tension there.
Oh. There was so much in those sequence of moves.
Yeah.
So let's see her down, and she's in provisional third. So that 30 hold proving tricky for the women at the moment. Oh, now upgraded to 31. I think the score is ever so slightly behind where the athletes are, so just be aware of that when you're watching.
Maybe, oh no, maybe they both have 31 plus then. Yeah.
Yeah. Someone commented that I might have shares in the IFSC app, the amount I promote it, but it's free and there's no money to be made from it, but it is just a very good way of keeping up to date with the scores. So if you're a true climbing aficionado, or you maybe can't watch, you're just listening to us, then you can have that app open and check the scores as we go. But I'm not trying to promote it. I've not got skin in the game on that one.
The World Cup app?
Yeah,
I love that.
IFSC one. Yeah, it's good, right?
Yeah, it's super good.
Yeah, someone
you can
was
also like touch the athletes and then see what they've been doing in Boulder and Lead.
Yeah, thank you. I feel justified now. Appreciate that. Okay, Lucia Dorfel walks on from Germany, and her teammate Sebastian Helenke comes on. And what a performance Sebastian had in Briançon recently. Awesome to have him back. I interviewed him after the qualies, and he was so annoyed about his own performance, he nearly didn't speak to me, and then just continued being brilliant throughout those days.
I think I saw him being quite angry.
He was super angry.
Yeah.
But made it easily. I mean, this is me also joking with him a bit, because I like him a lot and he's a good friend. But yeah, he's just climbed out of his skin in Briançon.
I think he was quite mad about the purple route, but that one was super hard, so maybe he didn't know that it was actually quite good.
Yeah, he's on his return from multiple surgeries, so it's good to see him climbing free. And we see a Dorfel. Just look at that flexibility. High left toe hook. And interesting that she's stopping there, actually.
Yeah, I think someone have a little bit just chalking up there.
Oh, she gets another heel in, and lots of opportunity to shake down low for the women.
Climbing quite slow. Not sure if it's best to climb slow, even though you can. Sometimes it's hard to know if you should just speed up and not get through it that fast.
And you see one of the Olympians. She's come from that comp. She was scheduled for surgery, so I'm not entirely sure when that's going to happen.
Whoa.
Yeah. Had a sort of a ligament issue.
In the shoulders? Or?
No, ankle, I think. Ankle and foot.
Wow. Maybe that's why she didn't do so well in Boulder.
Yeah, maybe.
Because she's actually a boulderer. And then she didn't get to semifinals.
Oh, she's doing well at the moment, easily through the bottom. Sebastian, meanwhile, hangs and then leaps up, nice and smooth from him. No power
really
screens,
good.
no problems.
Yeah. He usually screams.
Yes,
Yeah.
he does. All right, but he's approaching a pretty tricky section here with these pockets and that pinch on the volume.
Locking off the crimp.
This is good for both athletes. Yeah,
He
look at
looks
that.
super good.
Yeah, really after Briançon, I'd expect him to make finals.
I think he also expects that, maybe.
Yeah. He was fairly low down the order for semis, but I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Maybe it's better to be earlier. Maybe it's not so hot as well.
Yeah, true. Bit less
Not
pressure,
so
perhaps.
much chalk.
Yeah, there's a cleaning break halfway through the semis. Oh, he cuts loose on that volume.
Oh, getting the high point now, I think.
See her falls. Up into first, though. And Sebastian goes as well. That came quickly.
I didn't get to see Lucia.
No, we might get a replay of it in a sec. Well, the two athletes come down to the ground kind of at the same time. And there is Sebastian, 31. So joint first, count back because he qualified in a higher position for semis means he's on the top spot. Now there is a clock in the semi-finals. You can see it on the front of your screen, but we can't display it for you. But if time becomes an issue, we'll let you know. So Lucia Dorfel leading the way with 33. Vita Lucan after that on the same hold, but count back again making the difference. And down in 8th, Valerie Kremer. So that's our theoretical finals places, but of course lots of athletes to go. And then for the men, we just watched him, Sebastian Helenke, 31 plus, so awarded that plus, so that does put him ahead of Yuval there. Jules Marshland, Nicola Rusev, Davide, and Martin, Milan, and Simon. So what's next for you? Are you heading to Copper?
No, I'm not. I'm going home,
Okay.
and then I think maybe I'm going to Flatanger.
Oh, nice.
Or I am going to Flatanger. So
Silence on the cards?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, quick ascent.
Quicksand, warming up on that one, and then maybe go on Project Big, I think.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah. Alex does exaggerate his climbs. Adam, I mean. Alex.
Hopefully the strong climbers is still there.
Yeah, there's a lot there, isn't it? Alex is there. Who else is there?
Jorge?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, change and move is being tried a lot.
Yeah.
This is, by the way, if you don't know what we're talking about, there's a big crag in Norway, a huge cave with lots of routes there. And I guess, I mean, everyone else has to travel there. For you, it's not so hard to get to, or is it still a long, long way?
We drive, so it's quite long. It takes 9 hours.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, but my dad likes to drive, so and climb as well, so
Awesome.
yeah. We're used to driving long.
That's fair enough.
And it's also worth it, so yeah.
Yeah, I've never been. I'd like to one day.
It's beautiful.
Giovanni with a risky jump, but I think the better way to do it. And then on the right, Lana Skusek is underway from Slovenia. Slovenia being a big team here.
Yeah. I think Giovanni can do really good. He seems really strong. And then sometimes he's super strong, and other times I feel like he just pops or something. Because he climbs like quite risky. So high risk, high reward.
There, for example, snatching at that hold. He's not looking settled yet.
No. Ah.
Resting on a hard hold as he crosses over. Lana with that similar position. We saw Lucia
It's
in
nice
just
when
now.
you have a toe hook to have like the other foot on the opposite direction, because you get more pressure on the toe.
Yeah, so pushing with one, and yeah. Well, he's got a high left heel. Lana about to traverse over to the right. So Giovanni with a little flicker underneath that rope. That rope might be in the way. He's going to have to. Oh, wow.
Wow.
I thought it was going to. Yeah, that was.
Oh.
Oh, and then falls. That was the high risk I think you were talking about.
Yeah. But it didn't look so, as you said, settled on the route.
Yeah, and he's standing right now on the stage, just facing the wall. Well, we'll stick with Lana Skusek here. She's into the purple section. Chalking up on this big sloper.
Seems nice to stop there and rest a little, because now the route is like changing the pace.
Yeah, absolutely. You've really got to sort of be on your game at this point. Jennifer Buckley, her teammate, did very well at the Youth World Champs, which is in China right now. I think it's now finished. It's hard to know with the time
I think
difference.
it's finished. Yeah. She got gold in
Yeah.
Boulder and Lead.
Yeah. Wow. I think Jennifer Buckley might be making an impact in the future on IFSC
I think
senior
so.
circuits.
I think she's maybe the new Janja.
Yeah. So good shot on the wall here as Lana comes into the good black hold, but difficult moves to come here. She makes a big boosty move up.
She looks good.
Yeah, but
Going
this sequence.
straight away. Wow. No. Resting a little bit.
Yeah, you can see she wanted to
Changing
continue
her
the
feet.
flow, but just it gets really hard here.
Yeah. Oh, that is so bad.
But pretty smooth compared to some we've seen.
Yeah. Resting there as well. That's nice. Breathing.
Yeah, this is well done so far. Easily through the section that's caught up a lot of women, as you can see on the score on the right.
Oh, you can see that they blocked the crimp there, making it smaller. Wow.
Yeah, the setters playing their games. I want to see this big
nice.
sloper coming up.
Yeah. But here I think you can rest.
Yeah, it's a very awkward move, this. You can see from that angle, actually, you have to kind of come up and over the top of the volume. And look at that background. Beautiful trees, mountains beyond. She brings that left foot up and into the sloper now.
I think there is a chip on the hold.
Where her right hand is now?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, you can see that she's like...
crimping something.
Yeah. Wow. Ooh. Big scream.
Into the head wall. I think she's going to fall. She does.
That was a good fight.
It was. Yeah, although that hold is massive up there, it's not something you can hang around on, and she didn't pause very long. So, Lana is down, but that will be the new high point. She undoes the rope. Lead the stage, her teammate will be following. Sarah Chopper up next for the women, Hannes Pullman for the men. Let's see this again. Hit the crimp okay, but wasn't maybe on it properly.
You can see only 3 fingers.
Yeah, and then
she has to get like the feet up there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she had it, but not enough really to lock and pull on.
Yeah.
So next up, there is Sarah Chopper. She leaves the darkness of isolation, and Hannes Pullman follows her. Actually, no, he's not there.
Sweden, the north.
Your neighbour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hannes leaping on to the stage there. So Sarah Chopper is another one who did so well at the youth, starting to make an impact in the senior side of things, but hasn't quite had the same success as the youth yet.
Yeah. But I feel like she's almost always in the semifinals, and then sometimes she does well, and other times it's just,
Yeah, fairly
but
consistent.
But being in semifinals almost every time is super impressive.
Yeah, it is. So here goes Hannes. Thumbs up. He's had a good lead season so far. Let's see what he can do here. Really chalking up those hands. And taking his time on this jump, maybe a little nervous as he pops into it. Established on the wall now. Hannes is a little knee scrub, gets that first clip. Kind of weird with the hands.
Yeah, he looked a little bit big in that part.
Yeah.
Just
not quite fitting into the space.
Yeah. There's a lot of times like some of the Norwegians or the Danish people are feeling a little bit big on the wall, because it's usually set for people that are 160 and we're 170 or 175. So
tall nations coming through.
And you could also see, like in semifinals for Franziska Sterrer on the first boulder, she looked.
When she was reaching all the way over. Yeah.
Just really big on the boulder.
Yeah, I think I said that the stretch she made would be impossible, and then she went and did it. So I was like, okay, fair enough. Sarah Chopper looking good at the moment on the right, nice and composed into the purples. Was Hannes a little more jerky with his climbing?
Yeah, but his style is like that.
Yeah.
It looks a little bit like off.
Yeah. But he cuts loose and makes a bit of a bump. Yeah, you are right actually about Hannes. He does kind of freak me out sometimes because it looks like he's about to fall.
It's always so frustrating looking at him because like just super scared.
That was close though. Hits the sloper, now gets a big risky heel in. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
No, it slips. Not the beater. You can see the rubber from his heel left on that no-tech surface of the volcano hold. Big fall from Hannes, and that leads him down the order. Sarah carrying on though, easily through the first of the purples. Crux to come.
I feel like she always looks so composed and relaxed while climbing, and then she falls a little bit sudden, but usually quite far up.
Yes. No, I do know what you mean. All right, so the feet. It's all about the feet through here, really.
Yeah.
I like the way Lucia Tarka's kind of hooked that left foot onto the black hold.
Yeah, just dragging with the feet.
Yeah.
But that, wow.
Oh,
it looks
do it
super
like that.
easy.
I think that's the better way.
Yeah.
I know it's more
And she
powerful.
just did it. Like,
Yeah.
you just have to be like quite sure about your method, and then it usually works.
Yeah. Well, deep breaths from her here.
Climbing with confidence is usually the best.
Yeah, and you can often see that, I think,
Yeah,
on the live streams when someone isn't that confident. It's hard to fake confidence and climb well.
for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I think she's gonna put the no,
No,
not
feet
doing the
underneath.
rest like Lana.
Now, is there a jib up here? I think there must be.
Yeah, I think so. She did that move better, I think, because Lana was bumping to that with the left hand, and she just crossed,
Oh, she's in.
really pushing her hips into the wall, and then I don't think there's a good chip there though.
No, let's see when she removes this right hand. Oh, she's not going to remove it now. Is there? There's something. Yeah,
there's something there.
a blue slither of a hold.
Wow.
That's high point for her as well. Now, I'd imagine the setters have put a pretty brutal head wall into this.
It looks quite new school.
Yes. Right.
Slopey,
Yes.
flat
so
pinches.
And remember the angle, that head wall is overhanging. Hanging up there above the audience, really resting on this hold.
I really like the head roll because then it's like really much about the technique, climbing well there and using like the angle that as an ability to rest more. I think maybe it's like maybe 20, 30 degrees.
That's pretty steep, isn't it?
Yeah,
Big pinches here. That left hand's been holding on for a long time.
yeah.
Hips.
Maybe you could also like press up
True.
against it.
Yeah, a bit of height there might
But then
make
you
it.
have to have good feet though.
Well, she's pretty stretched out, but looking good at the moment, setting herself up with this
Yeah,
final bit of
resting
effort.
for a long time there.
Yeah, she's got 47 seconds on the clock, so she has got time.
It's quite crimpy, the next part.
It is, but what a performance this is from Sarah,
Yeah.
and making that clip. That's an awkward clip.
No.
Oh no, took a long time to drag the rope through.
Yeah. Come on, come on, come on.
I think she's just going for points now.
Yeah.
She's ignoring the clip at the moment, unless she can find a way back. She doesn't.
I don't think she's gonna get a plus there.
No. Well, whatever,
That
it's a
was-
high point
yeah.
for her.
Really good high points.
I think that left arm is absolutely obliterated the way she's holding it.
Yeah.
Hand from the B layer, gets back onto the, I said mat.
12
so it's not
seconds left, so
mat. Time that well.
using her time. I would not have the pump to stay on the wall for that long. So pumped she can't even open the knot.
No, didn't even try. Just
Yeah.
help me.
Please.
Yeah, I think I'd do the same.
That's a good sign that she has been fighting.
B layer
really
can't
good.
do it either. I think that left arm is absolutely boxed. You can see how she can't even open it. Yeah, when we say pump, if you're new to the sport, it's kind of like you just can't do anything with your arms. It's like they're swollen,
Yeah.
and eventually gets that through, and she'll leave the stage. What a fight from Sarah Chopper. Next up, Ayala Karem will come on, and a high five from Sarah Chopper from her teammate. There is Ayala. She was competing last night, and competing pretty hard last night, so it's going to be interesting
Yeah.
to see this.
I'm excited to see how much power she has left.
Yeah, she'll climb quickly, I would imagine. And then Crux from Slovenia enters, who is a man I haven't heard too much about, to be honest.
He is really good in lead climbing. Been competing like with him during the youth comps. And I think youth in 2023, I think he got 3rd place in the World Championships. So quite good.
I'm just going to have a look at the stats, actually, because he's not someone I come across very much. Yeah, Brian's on 49th, so down in the order for the lead. But he's had, 50s throughout the season here. But Augsburg European Cup, he was 7th.
Yeah, a little bit up and down.
Yeah, I think better in the junior side of things. I mean, he's only 19, so you'd expect that.
Yeah.
And Ayala is underway. Does she have anything left in those arms? I mean, look, she's also, used to doing multiple days in a row like this.
Yeah. She's more a boulderer though, so.
Yeah.
But maybe it's good for this route. I'm not sure. It seems so complex.
It is. I think the men's is pretty bouldery. The women's seems more resistant style.
Yeah. But as well, the hard part of the women is nice to be a good boulderer.
Yeah, true. Yeah, there's a real crux on those purples, isn't there?
All the Slovenians has put their knee in under the blue one there.
Yeah, they've seen that together. Up into the high clip. He goes into the pockets, nice and easy, little bump and adjustment. So Ayala is looking a little tired out there.
Wow.
That was a big move.
Yeah, he didn't want to use like the intermediate because it's probably really bad. So makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, he's climbing. Those elbows are going up already though.
But now he gets like the toe. No, on the left.
Yeah, he should be able to shape. He's not even pausing. I think he's so tired he can't stop.
Yeah, you can see his open 3-finger. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see that one coming, and that's going to leave him down the order in 5th.
Not so bad though.
Not so bad, no. It was quick, but big names to come. Sasha Lehmann qualifying in 1st place. Jonas,
he looked really
second.
good during qualifications.
Yeah. So Ayala with a heel up high onto the sloper. She comes into the next sloper.
She looks pumped.
Well, this is the bouldery sequence coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the comp finished pretty late yesterday.
Yeah, it was quite long. When it's 8 climbers, it takes a long time.
Yeah, that caught me out. I'd forgotten there were 8 on the European side.
Yeah.
And 24 in the semis as well for lead. It's Someone asked me why, and I have no idea why. It's just the way it is.
Me neither. It's like every time it's like, how many is getting to finals? How many is getting to semis? I don't know.
I know.
It changes every time.
And I got it very wrong yesterday. So yeah, apologies about that. So Ayala falls on that women's crux, leaving her in 7th. I don't think it's going to be enough. And that might actually damage her chances for the combined on Sunday getting in there.
I think she's easily.
You think she's through? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't exactly know.
There's not so many people that's doing both.
True. Yeah.
So if you get to finals, then you're
pretty much in.
Yeah.
So maybe, a good idea just to have, I mean, obviously she'd want to win this competition, but she'll have a rest now at least if she doesn't make finals.
Yeah. It's hard to be in every round and then to combine afterwards. That's...
Exactly. Is everyone like within the athletes, like is the combined an important one for the European champs, or is it more individual focused?
I think it's more individual. I think it's more important for people to do well in boulder or in lead if they're one of each. So, and then maybe combine is more like a plus.
Yeah, okay. Just like a sort of bonus if you do well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Michaela Smetanova for Czech Republic will be the last athlete out before the cleaning break, and on the left, Christoph Hanke.
I hope he does well.
Me too. He's a very cool guy. Trains with Alex Magos a lot. Has a YouTube channel with Alex. Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah, a little bit tongue-in-cheek that. Not too serious, but good because of that, I think.
Yeah.
We are very serious in climbing sometimes. It's good to have a bit of fun.
Michaela has like really good pump. Just so, I think for the Czech people, they have this great wall. It looks so nice, the lead wall. I don't know where it is, but I think it's like almost the same as the World Cup wall, and it's just like so many good routes.
Well, anyone from Czech Republic, if you're listening, let us know, please. Where is that wall? Maybe in Brno?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So, Christoph. Ooh,
he's flying.
He is, but that was really close.
He doesn't like to use his feet. It's like
no, look at
just
this. Who needs him?
Yeah.
This style of his, I mean, you might as well embrace it.
Yeah. For him, it's just faster to like fly off and then putting the feet on afterwards.
Flying again. He's barely stopped during this run.
Yeah. Wow, that's a hard clip.
Yes, it is. And that wood on the wall, which he's just above where his right hand is, no texture on that. And to me, that wood feels slippier than a no-text volume as well.
The wood?
Yeah.
I feel like the wood is better.
Do you reckon? Oh, God, I had a feel of it. I was like, I don't want to stand on that.
But it's quite different from the wood holes. Some have like some...
like a grain in them.
Yeah. And others have none.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we saw it in action a lot during the Boulder rounds yesterday.
Yeah. But I really like those with the wood. It's pretty.
Yeah, I agree with you. Well, for the first time, he's stopping here and having a little think about this. The pocket is a long way, and he goes to the pinch first.
I think he's going to like that move. Just bicep.
Yeah. Yes, I shot a training series with this man a long time ago, and I made him do multiple exercises over and over again. He never complained.
Wow.
And then I tried some of them. I was like, oh my goodness, how did you do that? He's an utter beast. Well, we've just been talking about him, but Michaela on the right has done well. She's approaching the women's middle crux.
I think he's going, with the, not with the right hand, but probably with the left hand there.
Yeah, so Christoph Anke falls. Michaela Smetanova is still on.
Looking good.
There we go. See, look, I asked and someone's provided. It is in Brno.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wall we were talking about, not Christoph. Thank you very much.
Okay, she's tall, so maybe she's just standing down on the... That looked also good.
Hasn't got any feet on right now, though. Now does. This is looking really good from her.
Yeah.
Oh, that's low, though.
Yeah.
Got to bring her foot
Getting
up.
her foot up. That's the same position as Vita.
Yeah, and she can't make it work either. Yeah, I think the idea of just putting a side foot in and trying to rock up on it is not possible.
You have to get it like some engagement in your left hand or shoulder.
Okay, well, that is the first half of this comp done. There'll be a cleaning break now where the route setters come on. They clean the holds for the athletes up to the high point, so further on the men's than the women's. And then we will have our final climbers coming through. And this is the current top 8. So from Sarah Chopper down to Ayala Karem in 8th. And you're right about Ayala's points. I think that will be easily enough for that combined. Lots of Slovenians in this top 8 at the moment.
Yeah. It's coming a lot of French people as well.
Yeah. Valerie, the only one really to have a low fall for the women so far. And up next will be Mattia Pozzi, who I cannot wait to see climbing.
Yeah.
She, like, this season, watching Mattia come on has just been so special.
Yeah. I was so happy when she got a medal in Briançon.
Me too. I think she deserves it more than almost anyone. Well, actually, that's a ridiculous thing to say. Everyone deserves it. But she's just such a lovely person as well.
She seems really nice.
Yeah. And Sebastian leading the way for the women. 31 plus is his high point. Then Yuval Christoph, we just saw him. Jules.
The men's route is working really good here. You can see it's dividing up the field really good.
Yeah, you're right. We talk about separation a lot. And what we mean is that ideally, in a perfect world, all the athletes would kind of fall in a different place. What we don't want is everyone falling on the same hold. Not only is it fairly boring to watch, but it just means it's too hard, that section.
Yeah.
And Sasha Lehmann and Jonas will finish things off, and Max Berton, who also won a medal in Briançon.
Yeah. That was also really cool. I saw a lot of French people wanted his autograph afterwards.
It was crazy. I don't think he was quite expecting it. Came on for the finals, and the reaction from the crowd was amazing.
Yeah.
We gave him the IFSC Athlete of the Week, so you can go and see that on the IFSC's YouTube channel, free to watch. All right, well, we're going to have a little break for a couple of seconds, let you watch some replays here before returning for the second half. So that was the replays of the first set of athletes through. Remember, we're looking for just 8 to make it into the finals tonight. The setters are on the wall brushing up the holds, making things clean. Meanwhile, the athletes wait backstage. You can see the yellow boxes. That's where the ropes are kept. Each athlete gets a rope, which I presume are recycled. And then it's kind of funny, though. They walk on with those yellow boxes. It's like all your belongings in there. And the setter team there, they will swing between the quick draws, which is, I always think I should be commentating this part because I quite enjoy the setter's performance here. And they clean all the holds, make sure everything's ready for the athletes. And this is our arena at the moment. There's lots of food stands around the edge, a few brands. There's a little climbing wall at the back if some kids want to try it. And then behind this stadium, there's the ski area, the main ski area for Villars, which you can get the gondola up. And you can also hire some downhill scooters, which I've never done, but every time I see someone hire a downhill scooter, they always come back bleeding. So I'm not convinced by that one. But it's a lovely outdoor place. And we are now looking at the women's semi-final results. So look, I'll let you check these out. We'll be back in a couple of seconds for the second half of the competition. Some big names to come. Sasha Lehmann for the men will climb last. Zhenya Kazbekova for Ukraine for the women. What a time she's having. So that's to come. We'll return very soon.
On arrive gentiment à la fin du ménage de cette course chez les femmes sénégalaises. Et les hommes, eh bien, dernier coup de brosse, là et dernier coup de brosse. D'ici quelques instants, cette demi-finale, on va prendre la deuxième moitié, les 12 premiers des qualifications. Et voilà, donc c'est terminé avec le voyage des hommes. Et on reprend à partir de la 12e place jusqu'à la première.
Allez, on vous rappelle qu'il va y avoir 8 places à prendre. 8 places à prendre pour les finales. Là, on a vu tout à l'heure le passage de Sarah Copa qui, pour le moment, est en tête de ces demi-finales sur les 12 à venir. Voilà, maintenant, s'il y a 5 soucis, elle passera du côté de la finale ce soir avec les 8 meilleurs. Il faut les encourager, vous les connaissez. Et celles qui ont tout donné dans le blog déjà depuis le début de la compétition. On va dans la compétition de bloc, Laurent Rogora, Evgenia Kazbekova, Zélia Bezou. On a vu aussi.
Right, everyone. Well, we are nearing the end of the cleaning break now. Both the men and women's routes have been sorted out, and the second half of the comp is a few minutes away. And if you are just joining us, welcome to Villars-sur-Olon, beautiful Swiss village nestled in the mountains, about an hour and a half drive from Chamonix, if that orientates you, around the lake from Geneva. And a place the IFSC comes back to on a regular basis. No World Cups this year, but it's World European Champs. Right, we are almost underway. Mattia Pozzi has just walked onto the stage for the women, and Luka Potajar for the men. There is Luka on the left. He's won gold medals before in his hometown, so he could do well here. Just chalking up, and Mattia, we chatted about Mattia earlier on, and there she is. I'm so excited to watch her climb here.
Yeah. She has had a great season this year.
Oh, she drops that first clip, a bit awkward. She had, the thing that most impressed me about her this year was the fact that she did so badly in the Briançon quali round. She missed a jump down low.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, it's done. And then came back, did really well, and got a medal. I just thought, you know what, that's impressive.
Yeah, that's really impressive. I heard her talk about it. She was like, did not think she was going to get to semifinals at all.
No, she was done with, and yeah, good fight from her, but not at the moment. After that little dropped rope, just needs to settle in a bit. She's so strong, and she can fight hard. Yeah, big shout out to her teammate Jessie Piltz as well, after that medal at the Olympics.
Yeah.
And I tell you what,
She really deserved it.
she did,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't necessarily have predicted it.
No, not at all. But she was really good at
Yeah.
during the bouldering. So, yeah. And of course the lead, but that's not so surprising.
No. Jessie's one of those athletes who really sort of excels on the big stage, you know, world champs, Olympics, just
Yeah.
comes on. And
I feel
Matthias,
like the Austrians are really good to like perform or like getting really strong during the hard comps.
yeah, I agree. And Mattia is one, when we look ahead to the Olympics, and she's told me, you know, that she wants to, you know, if lead is a separate discipline, that is her main focus. She's not
Yeah.
really a boulderer.
I feel like it's going to be 2 separate disciplines in Olympics in 2028.
I don't know. I've heard lots of different opinions on that one.
Yeah.
So let's wait and see. So Luke Buttigieg locks in the left toe, smooth as you like, up to the first of the big cut loose moves.
Looking really good.
Yeah, no sign of pump from him.
He also can have like really good rounds. Just climb so nice.
And Mattia as well, looking smooth at the moment as she enters the first of the Cruxes. There is an appeal, by the way, gone through for Lucia Dorfel. German coaches want her score upgraded from 33 to 33 plus, so keep an eye on that. Mattia
it.
just cruised through that, didn't she?
Yeah. Did not look hard at all.
No.
This as well, just really strong in shoulders and getting the heel. Oh,
Oh, close though. She suddenly had a bit more focus in those eyes as she
Yeah.
made that move. But I mean, she's only had a few minutes. She's got 3 minutes on the clock as she hits the head wall.
climbing super fast.
Yeah. As fast as the men's.
Yeah.
The men's have been motoring through so far.
That is
Big
always
move.
cool when the girls climb fast.
Oh, but that left hand was so dragged.
Yeah.
Third provisional for her. 38. Ooh. Don't know.
Wasn't that the same move as Lana?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Luca Buttigieg up to 31 now. Into the
Looking
head
really-
wall.
Oh, big shoulder move now. Nice.
Yeah, we haven't seen this section of the wall, so it's new for us. Into the crimp
Really
with the
small
right hand.
crimp.
Tiny,
Only 3
isn't it?
fingers.
Reaches underneath, pressing.
Wow, this is cool.
Finally falling on that high crimp.
That was good.
Yeah. And a huge swing for him. I just realised how big the distance between those clips are. It's enormous.
Yeah.
Spaced.
Wow, yeah, that's quite long.
It's quite
actually.
long,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah. Like, pretty safe, but wow.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give you
It's
that.
always annoying when you've been climbing outside and then get back training inside. You have to clip like on every move almost. It's like, another clip. So that's nice.
I'm on the school of thought that the more clips the better, to be honest. I quite like a clip. Not a big fan of a huge run up. All right, well, the first two are done after the clean break. Right, Lynn van der Meer of Netherlands is out next. Martin Stranik will follow. Lynn, a big outdoor climber as well.
Really good lead climber.
Yeah.
Excited to see Martin as well.
Me too.
It's a long time since I've seen him on the competition, I feel like.
He was in Briançon, but just
Ah.
didn't do that, and Chamonix, but just hasn't done as
So
well as
good.
he normally does
Yeah.
recently. Well, there he is, Martin Stranik. Adam Ondra, his teammate, is not here.
He's also outside.
Yes.
He did like a boulder in Italy, I think.
Yes, I think that I know what you mean with that pose. I think
Yeah.
that was a while back, though.
Ah,
I think
okay,
he was saying
yeah.
he did that as training for the Olympics. That might have been
Oh,
before, which is a
okay.
bit casual. Yeah, we're talking about an 8CU plus boulder that I think he might have downgraded.
For the long climbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was, okay, training for Olympics.
Yep. I think so anyway, 'cause I remember reading that this morning. Okay, so Lynn is underway on the right of your screen, up with the right hand, and Martin boosting his way through the blues. Got some appeal news for you. So Lucia's score, that appeal rejected, so she stays on 33. So Martin, first of the hard moves here,
Yeah.
gets it done.
Hesitating a little bit there. Really wanted to hit it on the best spot.
Yeah, I think once you've got that sequence done, you can relax a little bit up to the toes.
Yeah.
That toe hook around the left. And Lynn resting, climbing at the usual pace after Matthias, super fast climbing. Ooh,
Oh.
a skate of the feet from Martin. That was unusual.
Yeah. He was just smearing on the wall, or?
Yeah, I think so. And it
Yeah.
wasn't really a smear to be had, as he proved. And I think that's slightly affected him. You can just see it in his body.
Yeah. He seems more tense now.
Yeah. And there's no time to relax for this men's route.
Yeah.
Although now in that pocket, maybe a chance just to breathe.
He's doing it a little bit different than the other ones, though.
Yeah, true. You can either go up to the pinchy thing or
Yeah,
like he did.
I think you want to have the pocket with the right hand. I think that's the best way.
Yeah, and you can see
Yeah,
actually.
now he's going back.
Oh, no, he's not. He
No.
still goes left. So this is a huge move he needs to just bring that right all the way through, I think.
Yeah.
Unless he's in a bit of trouble here.
Okay, now he's going back.
So
Going under there.
he kind of 100% committed to the wrong beater. He went for it and then was like, oops.
Just waiting and then resting and then going.
Okay, well, he seems to have got through okay. Hand over the top of the rope. Still in a bit of trouble, I think. Creeping up the scoreboard, though. Lynn is resting just before the women's crux, and he does feel... Well, Martin has left him in fourth. I think if he hadn't made those little mistakes, he would have gone a lot further.
Yeah, just small mistakes takes a lot of power.
Yeah, built up for him.
It's a lot of details.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way of describing it, actually.
Yeah.
Because I think with Boulder, like, we focus less on the intricacies, whereas Lead, there's so many things that you got to think about and do.
Yeah, in Boulder you can also like adjust and like learn underway in the round, but in Lead you just have to do it right on the first try.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, one chance only. The question I got asked a lot during the Olympics was why the climbers can climb for longer on the Lead route. And because I don't think people understood that Boulders is, short and intense, and Lead is long but more pumpy. So if you're watching this wondering why, that's why.
It's easier.
Yes, slightly easier moves. I never know with a comp like this, because obviously during the Olympics we had to cater for a big audience and World Cups as well. I think the European champs, more people maybe are hardcore climbers watching this, so
Yeah.
apologies if I'm saying things you know.
This is a new beta.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it looks nice to rest there, but still her arms are not straight, so yeah, just shocking.
Yeah, she's changing gears here and needs to. And that clip is awkward. She tried to drag it up with the right hand, but it's on the left.
There you go.
That's a better position for her. Right, up with the left hand.
Really small crimps there.
Ball goes for the bump with the left hand.
I think the way Sara did it, you have to be like not so pumped to do it like that.
Right, she's very low on this, and we've seen everyone fall who's been this low. She matches but goes. That leaves her in fourth, though. 38 is becoming a bit of a sticking point. Oh, now upgrade. Yeah, still 38, but a count back, moving her up to joint second. I think actually, I'm saying that, I think my screen, I can't see the pluses, so ignore
No.
what I'm saying a little bit.
I think maybe she did not get the plus because Mattea is over.
Yeah.
She doesn't look so happy.
I think that's a barbecue, by the way, that smoke. It's okay, we're not on fire.
It's the fat dog.
Yes, oh yeah.
Where you can buy hot
I
dogs.
haven't
think.
had one yet, they're good.
I haven't had one
Okay.
either, but
I think
my
that needs
coach said I have had one.
Okay. Yeah, we get given food here, and I've been trying the various different ones, but the hot dogs I haven't gone near yet. Maybe tonight. Right, it's not much anyone cares who's listening. Right, Eva Hamula comes on. I don't know why I'm talking about hot dogs. From Team Austria. She is another one who was really good in Briançon.
Yeah, I really like to watch her climb because she
Yeah.
climbs so nice. And also she's taller, so it's nice for me to watch her because then I can use some of her beta.
Yeah, and she has a bit of drama, though. I mean, she battles hard.
Yeah,
Looking forward to that one.
she can
Georgia
like
Tomatis.
really fight hard, and I think that's because like she's a lead climber, and then you can climb longer with the pump.
Wow, well, she's
And she-
underway, and then Georgia Tomatis on the left.
She usually uses her feet so good and different from other people because yeah, she's taller, so it's always fun to see what she's doing.
Who do you read routes with? Do you always find someone of your size?
I usually read the routes with my teammates,
Okay.
yeah, because we're almost the same size, and sometimes it's nice also because we have different styles, so it's nice to always sometimes read with them as well because you get other views and some moves that you think maybe are easy or you think they're hard, and
Yeah.
they're like, no, I don't think that's hard. And
Huh, interesting.
yeah,
I want to mic up someone one day. Like sort of, you know, they do it at the NFL and stuff in America where you mic up an athlete. I want to do that during the reading just so you
Yeah.
can hear it.
but you don't usually like talk, you just make sounds when you do the
Yeah.
you just like bum bum bum.
But I want to hear that. I want to hear the air climbing noises.
Yeah, the air climbing.
So Eva reaches up towards the purples, cuts loose. Right heel in.
Giorgio from Italy also looks quite good. He's been climbing quite composed through the hard part, it seems like.
Yeah, smooth at the moment, isn't he? You can always tell when an athlete's kind of with no drama because you sort of you momentarily forget about them. They sort of
Yeah.
they're just doing their thing. It's
Yeah.
all good, no drama. But look at that heel hook.
Seems almost like he's looking the volume and not the hold.
Yeah, and it's left him very stretched out. See, now we're talking about him because he's in a bit of trouble. Drops it down, swings those feet over. He's got the sequence right though.
Yeah, climbing good.
Yeah, it's all right now.
Eva as well looks. Ooh.
Which method is she going to use here? The feet or no feet? She's going
Yeah.
for the feet. And I think being a bit taller might help on this second.
Yeah, I think so. You can like stand better on the feet.
Yeah.
You can see that crimp is super small.
Yeah.
Wow, using her knee. Yeah,
Oh,
a little
wow.
bit big for that position, you can see.
I love it when
Oh,
the
there you
athletes
go.
do that. It's my favourite thing.
You see also the crimp on the left, she's just having 3 fingers. Yeah, oh,
Oh, wow.
3 back
Back
fingers.
3 as well.
That's impressive.
Well, cool to see something different this deep into the competition.
I think if I was on that route, I would also rest there. Because like your hips are so close to the wall and it's crimps. So now it's not back 3, just getting every
Yeah.
finger in there.
All 4 and a bit of thumb, I think. How do you train your pinkies? That's a weird question, I know. But do you just train your pinkies, or is it
No.
just part of the general finger training?
Yeah, I think it's also different from climbers. Like
Oh, sorry, Eva
if you have
falls with a
really,
slap.
it's always annoying to fall right after resting.
Yeah, she's disappointed with that. She knows she had a bit more. I think she just hit the wrong part of the hold.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no pinky training, but just general finger training.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you have like, yeah, I usually just train like normal finger training with every finger is on the crimp.
Yeah, I'm just I'm just lost in thought as I'm thinking about my pinkies now.
Yeah, I think it's different if you have like really short pinkies. They usually it's easier, or when you get pumped, it's easier to get like back, like climbing with 3 fingers.
Yeah.
It seems like the girls have been taking chalk on their faces.
Yes, when Eva came out, I thought it was just like a smudge, but it looks
Yeah.
like some kind of like deliberate
Yeah,
thing. That'd be cool.
for her it looks like ninja.
I think it does, yeah. Very cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty deliberate, isn't it? I like that.
It's cute.
Oh, I want this new trend.
She's gonna chalk up on her face.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Slap your face to get some chalk on. Eloise Dumont is on, and then Martin Philipp for Germany. All right, well, that battle paint is on. Approaches the wall, cleans the shoes, and both athletes will get underway. Nearing the business end now, these athletes qualifying in the top section of the semi-final. Nice big heel hook on the right, and he just chalks up. The men seem to fall into 2 categories. You either look super comfortable here or not so comfortable. I'd say he doesn't look so comfortable.
Yeah. It looks like he's using a lot of power on each move.
Yeah, quite tense, like quite muscular through the sequences. Cracks in that knee though, little flick of the hands. Eloise, meanwhile, cuts loose, puts in a heel.
Wow, that heel was really nice. Pointing her feet, getting a lot of pressure down in her heel looks perfect.
Yeah, I love watching the technique for heel hooks.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't quite settled in yet.
Oh, hitting. Yeah.
Ooh.
I think it's best to clip from the right hand here. Yeah.
Yeah, so a bit of a mistake early on in Martin's run.
Yeah, he's just jumping as well.
I think that has affected him a bit.
Yeah.
So it's a case of can you recover now?
Wow.
Eloise up towards that right hand. Crux approaching for her, but no drama so far. Philipp Martin rotates, gets a heel, a toe hook.
Oh. That grip is so small.
Yeah, he turned the drag into a lock off, but that's not going to work for him, and he comes down. It started to go to pieces pretty low.
Yeah.
He did well to fight to that point.
Yeah, it's actually a little bit surprising that he got through that. Eloise looks quite good. She's had a good season this year.
Yeah, she has. Yeah, lead specialist and taking advantage of this kind of weird season for lead climbing, because we started off with a lead comp at the beginning of the year, which feels like ages ago now.
Yeah, it does. Oh, slow there.
Pretty precise through that crux though.
Yeah. Resting as well, that's a good sign.
Yeah, now she just needs to be as
Resting
high
during the
as
crux.
possible on these
Yeah.
holds.
She's really good with the heels. Oh, not clipping.
No. And can she reach that now? I think it's a bit out of reach. And yeah, she's
I
going to have to
think
drop down maybe.
No,
Unless
I
she can
think
pull
she
it
can-
up
yeah.
with the feet.
And just, but I think she should have the rope between her legs.
Yeah. Oh, an unfortunate one.
No. Yeah.
We see usually at least one during a competition of a clip mistake like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, tricky for her. We'll wait to see where that leaves her. I think a bit low.
But you usually make mistakes when you're pumped. So
Yeah, that pump brain coming in. When you're sort of so tired, as you say, you just make slightly the wrong decision.
that also, like, you can see, like, if you're good at climbing right when you're pumped, that's really smart to train on.
Okay, next up will be Ina Passu from France, and then Philipp Schenk from Italy. Yeah, Ina, 25, so been around on that circuit for a while. There she is.
I haven't seen her before this season, I think. This is the first time I've seen her. But
Yeah, she's sort of come in and out. So first
Yeah.
World Cup was back in 2020, but then pretty sparse, but not bad results. Like top 20, Brianne
Yeah.
Somme, 25th Chamonix.
France have so many
Yeah.
people to choose from, so it's not weird that they're changing around.
Yeah, I was talking to Natalie yesterday, and she was saying how she doesn't know if she's going to go to Prague because she might not be selected. And you think,
Yeah.
my goodness, really?
If you're not selected, who
Exactly.
who
right.
is?
There's some interesting things going on in that selection. But when you have a squad as deep as Team France do, you know, you have to really fight for the places. Nothing
Yeah.
guaranteed. Philipp Schenk, meanwhile, rocks up on that heel. Very powerful climber.
He also climbs really nice, very good technique. I remember him from youth climbing. He's a little bit older than me, but I usually was like looking up to those guys, and wow,
People are looking up to you now.
that's weird.
Is that a strange feeling, knowing that?
Yeah, it's weird because like in Norway there's not so many climbers, so it's not so many to look up to.
Yeah. It's kind of cool. You're inspiring a whole generation. It's awesome. What a privilege. Well, Philip is looking comfortable at the moment. Hits the crimp. Will bump up towards this. Oh, as I said, he looks comfortable. He suddenly doesn't. Huge move now.
It's a lot of men that's opting to just jump from the good holds.
Yeah, I guess that crimp just kind of puts you in the right position, and then you ignore it and go for
Yeah,
that slope.
I think if you use the crimp, you have to like use it to drag and be like more tense and more core, and the other one is just like swinging. So it goes faster and you don't have to use like your core that much. That left hand is, I like that one because everyone is taking it with just 3 fingers and you can see them just how small it is every time.
Yeah, it's one of those, if you showed it to a non-climber, they'd be like, oh my goodness, how do they do that? It's like 90-degree finger. And Ina on the right. Oh, campus, wow.
Okay.
So often in World Cups and competitions like this, like the campus is the way. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you can overthink it
is.
a bit with feet.
It's so steep, so it's sometimes really hard to have the core to stand on your feet, so then it's maybe sometimes better to campus. I don't usually do that, but
No, and it's something that I know drives setters crazy because, you know, they'll build no-foot sections into women's routes and then women will find feet somehow.
yeah, they just put their feet out over their head and yeah,
Exactly.
why not?
So Philip drops in. He's quickly through here, moving up into 7th position.
Yeah, he hasn't used like half of his time as well. That's 3 minutes
quick.
left almost.
Ina, meanwhile, she's approaching the Crux, down in 16th at the moment. Needs to get up into 33 to move into a potential final.
Oh.
Philip, fine. Oh, he falls on the left.
Yeah, he only had like right foot on the wall, so it's hard to get up in the undercling when you just have 1 foot.
Yeah. Up into 15th now. French team down at the front. You can hear the allays, and the crowd has been building all morning. There's quite a few people here now in the stadium, which is good to see.
So a lot of people that's sitting in the shade.
Oh, yes. Yeah, at the back where the roof is and the boulder wall, that's where most people are hanging out. She's in a
Fighting
bit of
hard
trouble.
now. She's super strong.
Oh, brings a knee in. Rocks up on the knee. Yes.
Zooming in on the knee there.
Oh, love it. Full star marks for me. Hasn't got this clip yet and looks a bit pumped to make it.
Yeah. Oh,
Right arm starting to uncurl. She's got it in though. Had to flick the gate one more
Resting a
time to
little bit.
close it. Falls with a bit of a scream there. started to come out on that clip, down in 7th at the moment. I think she's going to get pushed out of that. Michaela Smetanova also outside of the top 8 now after that performance. Yeah, it's all about that clip, just kind of got her. Yeah, the frustration on her face as the barbecue smoke blows across the screen. It's like a smoke machine. It's atmospheric. Part of the budget.
It wasn't any fog, so we have to make it ourselves.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so as we look into isolation, the next two will be Zelia Avazou from Team France, then Thies van de Crest from Belgium. Thies standing up there in the yellow. And Zelia
Exciting to
Avazou
see
as well.
Zelia. Yeah, she climbed so good in Chamonix. It was crazy. She climbed so well, and I thought she was the first one out in finals, and I thought, oh my god, this route is way too easy because she fell on the last move. But she just crushed the route, so.
Yeah, she killed it, didn't she? Yeah, she was 10th in Boulder the other day as well. But just outside of the podium in Chamonix. And I think, yeah, I can't wait till Zelia starts. I think she's coming, you know, like.
For sure.
That
yeah.
transition we talked about earlier from juniors to seniors, like she hasn't medaled that much yet, but I think will.
Yeah, she's super strong. Climbs so good technically. The Avazou family is really good.
Yeah. Yeah, Sam will be out later on. Oh, 3 athletes time.
Exciting to see this guy from Belgium as well.
Thies, yeah.
Yeah, he usually screams a lot.
Yes, he does.
That's fun.
So just scream warning, turn down your TVs. Zelia as well is quickly off the ground and underway now. Thies, yellow La Sportive is matching that yellow top.
Yeah.
Zelia with that high left toe as she's climbing quicker than Thies at the moment.
Yeah.
He's got the knee bar in, now changes it. Ooh, a little bit awkward here as he gets a very high left heel. Thies muscles his way up into the volcano. Big moves to come. And he hasn't got this clip yet.
Yeah, going for it from the good hook. No!
No, big mistake from him.
Oh, he popped the right hand.
I think he was in a bit of trouble with the clip before he fell. I think that was in his head.
I think it would be hard to clip after that move, but it's always annoying when your hands are popping.
Yeah, I think his attention just drifted away, and that's when the mistake happened. It was gone. So no finals for him. Zelia, meanwhile, still on the wall. Ooh. Power scream for Zelia also. Oh, was that? Oh, no, that was Thies. I was about to say, I don't think I've ever heard Zelia power scream. It wasn't.
That was a really masculine power
I
scream.
know, I was trying to figure it out. Was that fair play? Good scream.
Yeah.
No?
Maybe a little bit early for her.
Yes, perhaps.
She's looking really eased, climbing with really straight arms.
Yeah, careful with the feet here. She comes up and looking a bit rushed now. Doesn't like that right foot, slides immediately, now gets it on better. He's got to really trust it. Big bump though. Oh, wow.
What?
Double.
Why?
Is that gonna be,
Wow.
Is she going to back hang this? Is amazing.
She's just, that is cool.
Oh, Zelia. I mean, it's good as long as she can
nice
get
to
out
get
the
a rest
position.
there. Yeah, I think so. Because it's just like getting up with the left hand and then you're in the same position as before.
Oh, spectacular there on the wall. What a great, I love the fact our cameras are there to capture that as well.
I think she haven't read this. This is just like doing it on the go.
Yeah, like an instinctive rest, but that might make all the difference. Still having to focus though. And this is where it can go wrong, this move up to the purple sloper. Eyes it up, hits it with the left, that's good.
She
Great
looks
work.
really good.
Mm.
Locking off the crimp, nice.
Hasn't made that clip yet. Now gets it in. Another heel. Oh, no.
That heel doesn't look good. She have to get her hips. Yeah.
Yeah, now
Yes.
the clip becomes an issue, though. It's awkward. Right down low. Oh, no, she's okay. Gets it in. She had just stood up a bit more, she would have been in trouble.
Yeah. But if a French girl has a heel, she's always fine.
Oh, a bit of a shake in those arms, but in second position.
Yeah.
Falls.
A little bit too tired to find the right position there, because you could see like Sarah had more time to find the rest. Oh, she's happy.
Yeah, I think that could be enough.
Yeah, I think that's
6
enough.
to go, yes, it is enough.
Yeah, it is enough, yeah.
So
Wow.
she's through. So Zelia will make finals. So next up, we Molly Thompson-Smith, who's somewhere back. She popped into the commentary box yesterday when her teammate Eugenie was with me, handing out some water. Lovely to see Molly, who was, of course, at the Olympics recently. And then Nino Grunfelder.
I didn't see Molly during qualifications, but my teammates told me that she was super strong and just locking off on every move and chilling on the hard routes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing her because the Olympics was tricky for her because she was carrying an injury that not many people knew about.
Oh,
Had a toe injury.
I did not know that.
Yeah, exactly. Kept it quite quiet. It wasn't easy for her. So I'm kind of excited now that's healing up because she'll still have that Olympic shape.
Yeah. And of course, her lead shape is super good. It's like the boulder that's not good for her.
Yeah, she's another one. If LA manages to get multiple medals, that will be her focus, that lead. But she's still unsure whether she will continue that far. I think it depends on how she's feeling every day. And there is Nino, more than capable of making finals here. Swiss athlete, of course, one of 3 in this top 6. So Molly underway then. Just a little fun fact for you, our graphics operator, also called Nino, so double Ninos here. just to drop a little bit of useless knowledge for you. Thank you Nino, though. Missing Antonin, though, who's our usual graphics guy. All right, well, Nino is into the blues now. Changing
He's climbing
feet.
quite slow.
He is, isn't he?
Maybe a little bit scared to fall early.
Molly too, just very precise down low.
Yeah, she's always precise though. It's not so often you see her fight really hard because it almost seems like she's just so strong that when she's tired, she's just out of strength.
Yeah.
But until that, she's just super strong all
Yeah, you
the
don't
way.
see her make mistakes, do you?
Yeah.
Nino getting massive encouragement from the Swiss crowd. So Molly up towards the slopers now. Looking very comfortable. Nino big, but didn't even touch the crimp. Right hand through, locks that off.
It's cool that Switzerland have gotten more good climbers. I felt like there was a period when it was almost only Sasha.
Yeah. Yeah, Sasha and Sophia were kind of flying the flags for a while. And
Yeah.
then, Nino's coming on, Jonas coming on.
Yeah, and Leave.
Yeah. I mean, as it should be, there's enough good climbing here, enough good gyms. Yeah, the Swiss Federation putting on the world champs last year in Bern, which was pretty cool in that big
It seemed
stadium.
really cool.
I think we might be seeing Bern again next year, we'll see. A little hint for you there. Okay, so Molly is towards the Crux, gets the clip in nice
Clipping
and early.
early.
Yeah. I think she's going to do this method of trusting that left foot.
Oh, he's fighting.
Yeah, Nino chalks up, right hand in the pocket.
Oh,
Oh, now in trouble, sliding gone. And
see
that,
the feet not hitting the small foothold, and then it's just like nothing left.
done out. And in the top 8, but I don't think for too long. 27 is his score, pushing Jules Marshland out. Well, Molly, meanwhile, did the crux, has the foot in the right position, and will continue. I'm a bit concerned about the clip. She gets it nice.
Crimps is no problem for her.
No, it's not.
Oh, with the shoulder, sorry. A little bit
Starting
out.
to go, eh?
Yeah.
Those elbows.
Ah,
That's a pretty brutal hold to clip off as well. So I
yeah.
think it's when the arms go up.
Oh, she
she's
looks
looking
good. So close to the wall.
Oh.
What?
Well, we talk about her not making a mistake, and she makes one.
Yeah.
8th for Molly.
That was so sudden.
It's funny because it looks like she did hit the jib, but maybe not.
Yeah. Maybe she like did it with too much like momentum, so it's harder to hold on to it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Molly disappointed. More to give there.
Yeah.
So she'll undo the note, just compose herself a bit, thank the Villars, and she will leave the stage. Last few now, and Sam Avazu comes on. And we were talking before the live stream about how much we like Sam Avazu's climbing. We're fanboying all over him. He's fun to watch, though, isn't he?
Yeah. He climbs so well technically. It's like, and he seems almost weightless.
Yeah.
And almost every foot position is so precise. Camille as well climbs so good.
I'm right, spoiler alert, everyone, okay? Spoiler alert, so switch me off briefly, okay? You've been fair warned. Sam Avazu winning last night, we've got to say it, it's obviously important.
Yeah.
But has he recovered? You know, he's had the morning, regrow a bit of skin.
He's had a night.
Yes.
Just, I think he's going to do it well, yeah.
I think so. I mean, he's used to this, isn't he? This punishing regime.
He was climbing during the Olympic qualification, so, and that was very hard.
I have no idea how
Very
he did
intense, so it's probably in really good shape.
Yeah, no real pause from the Olympics, and it looks like he's just been carrying on training, really.
Yeah. I think he wants to have like a little bit of revenge and do good, because it was so sad that he didn't qualify for finals during Olympics.
Yeah, I interviewed him last night, and I said to him, you know, is this a bit of revenge? And he was like, yes, you know, like I wanted to do better at the Olympics.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, if you could write a script poetically, it's the right result for him.
Yeah.
Well, both French athletes right next to each other now. And then they diverge, one going left, one going right. Sam just doing that floaty thing he does.
Yeah. Oh, not clipping though.
Not yet. Ooh, hang on. Come on, Sam. He still hasn't clipped. Now he does.
Yeah, it's good. Double clipping.
Yeah, full commitment as well to every move from Sam Avazu. And Camille up towards the big purples now. We've seen a few people do this different ways.
I think she's going to rest here a little bit. Yeah.
Shakes out with that heel on. Makes the clip, and then she'll have a little bit of an awkward one, dragging it around her arm. Sam looks to be in the zone right now.
Yeah, he always climbs really fast. The feet here are so bad, and you're going to like a tiny, tiny hold. Ah. Cycling a little bit.
Up with the right hand, into the head wall for Sam Avazu. It's been a while since someone's got up here. That score will be ticking over quickly in a minute. into this crimpy, shouldery move.
Yeah, I like this move. It's so cool.
Wow.
Looks a lot better than Luca.
Yeah, ignore the score on the right. I think that's a bit delayed. It will be higher than that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's higher than Luca Potocano now.
Yeah, so this is the new high point. So our scoreboard kind of stuck on the right-hand side. Ignore that.
I think this is a little, yeah. Cool.
All right, up he goes into the high point. #1 spot for Sam. Makes some adjustments on the side pulls. Has a heel in. Oh, he dropped that though. Feeling for it.
That must have been a really bad hold.
Score catches up with us into the 39s and the top spot for Sam Avezou. That will be finals for him later on this evening, second in a row. All right, back to Camille Pouget here as she crosses through and under. Just 3 fingers dragging underneath, hits the sloper. So Camille, those right elbow goes up. We've seen that happen to so many athletes here.
So cool when she screams.
Yes, it is.
Looking down at the clock as well. I think she has, yeah, quite good time. 2 minutes.
All right, up she goes. This is where Molly made the mistake. Watch where the right or left hand goes. There is a jib. You can't
she's
see
crossing
it.
like Sada.
Yeah.
I think it's harder, but it's more slowly, so you can be more precise. But she looks really tired.
Yeah, she does. Elbows going up, and she does fall. It's a mean one from the setters, that, because I think you can probably see that jib from the ground, but remembering it's there is the different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that is a talent you guys have that I don't know how you have it. You know, I would not remember a small blue jib on top of a purple hold. Like, what do you do when there's a hold like that? Do you try to remember where it is on the wall? Like, you're looking for little markers?
If I can see, like, it's a screw right under. It's like, okay, I know I just have to, like, go for that part of the hold, you know. Then it's easier. But I think memory for climbing routes, it's just better than any other memory I have. Like, I just have like a better.
And I guess the setters as well, they're trying to make routes that flow, and therefore it's usually in a position where it should be, unless they're really trying to trick you.
Sometimes they can be like, they don't want you to know where it is, and other times they tick them. So
yeah, true.
Because they know, like, it's really hard, so they want you to get the hold.
Yeah, so they want to kind of show off.
They want to help you.
Yeah. Okay, so 2 more athletes who were in the semi-final for Boulder yesterday. Laura Rogera, we just saw her, and Guillermo Frangilino. He is. Laura didn't have the greatest of Boulder rounds, but this is her home on the lead wall.
The bouldering was really hard, so it's not. She's better on the more technical parts.
Yeah. I don't know when she has a holiday, you know. It's like she's at every single competition, always.
Yeah.
And she just likes to get into the flow of competing.
Exciting to see the Spanish guy. He's quite young.
He is young, and he's a very good boulder. Didn't have the greatest around yesterday, but if we ignore that, he's one really to watch. Oh, as he drops the clip. Now gets it in.
He also climbs quite fast. Oof, that looks hard.
Yeah, slightly missed that right hand, adjusted well into it though, into the pinch. Now you can't hang around through here. Accurate into the volcanoes. Cut your feet loose. A bit like Sam Avezou did, just flow through it.
He used the intermediate and it looked quite good.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'd love to know what the athletes were thinking on that one. I think this men's route, certainly the ones who've just let it go a little bit.
Yeah.
They're the ones who've succeeded.
Yeah. If you climb really tense, I think you just use way too much power and it's, then you don't have any power left.
Vigorously shaking out that right hand. He's going to need it because he's going to hang off it to do this clip. Gets it in
I
now.
think it's better to clip that a little bit further from the other, when you have the heel hook here.
has the heel, rocks through. Laura, meanwhile, on the shouldery sequence before the Crux, which hasn't really been a Crux for a while. Oh, struggling with the feet. It's such a bad left foot, that. It's on the very edge. Wrestling with the underclings.
Yeah. Wow, that was nice with the heel there.
Yeah, didn't even look at it, just instinctive placement.
Yeah. It's climbing really good.
It's the two crimps,
Wow.
carries on up into 8th. Oh, look at that left leg.
Yeah.
It rotated around a bit too far. Barndoored him off the wall, couldn't hold it. Laura has a toe on the right.
Yeah. That looks... I think Lynn also had that, but she was a little bit taller, so she couldn't like really rest as much as Laura.
That drop knee is interesting.
Oh.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen
I
many
did
do
not-
that.
No, I think it's because she's smaller, so
Yeah. Yeah, she can fit into that space better. And
she
really,
can almost sit on the purple one.
she's looking good, because most people have tried has clipped off that hold.
You can see like the right hand there, she has all fingers and her thumb.
Oh,
So
yeah. I've said it before, she loves the disgusting crimp.
yeah.
And easily into the blind jib as well. All right, this is good from Laura, up into 10th. Few more holds to go.
I think we're gonna see her long up on the head wall.
Yeah, I think so. Plenty of time, 2:16 on the clock.
Yeah, she's been climbing a lot faster. Like before, like maybe some years ago, she was quite slow, and then she had to just become faster.
Yeah, very good point. She's worked on that. Yeah, easily within time. Okay, head wall. We haven't seen you for a while. Up into 6th now. Remember that score a bit slow, and there we go, up to 3rd.
I think if she gets to the crimps on the end, she can just rest her way to the top almost.
Yeah, I think you're right. She can get through this. And this
Yeah.
will be a hard though, because it's quite stretchy, this section.
Yeah, but here you can see she's just sitting on her right foot. Oh, this looks really good.
It does, doesn't it? I mean, it's almost no hands.
Yeah.
I've seen Laura do a crazy no hands rest, but I can't remember where it was. But she found a no hands where no one else did. You know, it was
Yeah.
bizarre.
Yeah, she's pressing up there.
Super chilled at the moment. She always does her laces like that.
These really old school shoes.
Yeah, no, and she boulders in them as well.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I asked her why, and she was like, I've
Yeah.
just always done it like that.
Yeah.
And that was as much thinking as she'd done on the mat. I think that's kind of fair enough.
Yeah.
Clearly works. Crosses through to the sloper. This will be first position pretty soon now.
Yeah, and she's getting the clip as well.
Yeah.
So, oof,
Nearly lost the right foot.
that's not so inked, that crimp though.
No, it's pretty flat, isn't it? Drops in. I think this should be the high point.
I think this is the high point.
And there
yeah.
it is, yeah.
Big cross. Wow. Standing really hard on the feet there. She does not want to let go of the crimp there.
No, she doesn't.
She has to.
This could be a top. She's very close and still looking okay. Huge drop knee in with the left as she finds the left hand.
This is going to be a top.
Big
It's
move.
not a big...
Up around the
Just
volume.
jump. Yeah.
She's
Wow.
in. So first top, and it's Laura Rogera who makes it here in the afternoon sun of Villars, and that will be a finals place for her. Good performance from Laura. Lower down, smile on her face, job done, and the finals battle to go. Just 3 athletes remaining now. Only with 10 seconds, I hadn't seen that. Wow, where did that
Wow.
time go? We were saying she timed it really well on 2-6. Well, she
Yeah.
timed it perfectly, I guess.
Oh, happy.
Okay, well, Laura's done. Good afternoon's work. She'll go away and relax. The final starts at 8 p.m. tonight, by the way.
She climbed the route like really perfectly. Everything looked so composed and
No
easy.
real drama.
Yeah.
And I think she found actually the best clipping positions we've seen
Yeah.
throughout that route. Okay, Manon Healy up next and Max Berton, another two French athletes together. And Manon, another one who is lead specialist.
She's also a little bit older, isn't she?
She does a bit. I think she'd say it's not really her comp focus anyway.
No, yeah.
But yeah, she's, I mean, yeah, when I say specialist, you know, most of the, I mean, you included, I'm not climbing with you outside, you're absolutely crushed. It's like, it's a different kind of thing. All right, Max. He medalled in Briançon. He was a little bit, overwhelmed is the wrong word, because he wasn't like, he could take it all in, but I think it was a lot in Briançon.
Yeah, I'm really impressed that he climbed so well in his home.
I mean, I asked him
country.
if he was stressed by it. He just said, look, I've got nothing to lose.
Yeah, I think I was talking with my teammates and we were like, if you just like have fun, he's gonna climb really good.
Yeah. He's at that stage of his career where no one's expecting him to get consistent results yet. There's obviously expectations on his shoulders.
Yeah, and I feel like before, when he was younger, I saw him train sometimes and he looked like everything that matters like so much for him, but now it seems like he's grown a little bit and knows that, yeah, he doesn't have to put so much pressure on himself, and then he climbs just better.
Oh, agreed. Okay, Max, after all that, let's see what you can do. Manon Healy, meanwhile, is through the green and blacks first section, a couple of clips in and settling into it well. Max pushing on that right foot into the jib.
Clipping easily.
I thought he was going to go for a huge jump.
Oh, he is.
He might now, yeah. He's almost touched that left crimp in, you know, just to make sure.
Yeah, is it good? Is it bad?
Yeah, okay, I can go. Right, how will Manon rest? She opts for the heel.
Oh, he's really locking off that crimp. All fingers on.
Oh, yeah. And a big jump out to the right. So Max cruising at the moment, as is Manon Healy currently.
The women's route is a little bit like transportation up to the hard part. Seems like you just have to climb it and then start fighting when you get to the volumes.
Yeah, you're right, and not overgrip and do all the rest. And do remember, the first time they're on it, so it's easy for us to say don't overgrip, but
Yeah.
You don't know. And sometimes you've got to turn on a bit. And Max drags that rope through. A few athletes have had to battle pretty hard on this undercling. Max looks all right.
Standing really good. Oh, going for the canvas, yeah.
Oh, no.
I think this part is like, if you have your feet on the wall, you can do quite well. If you don't, it's super hard.
Wow, well, Max goes. That came out of nowhere, so a mistake from him has cost him. I'll wait for the scores. I don't think that's enough. Manon still has a chance, though. Up with the left hand, through the crux, nice and easy.
Oh.
Whoa.
She's a little bit smaller, so I think the movement when you have to match is like bigger.
Well, Max is in 8th at the moment, with 2 athletes to go. Right, Manon on this blind move, though. Let's see. There's a lot of chalk
Going for
there.
the bump there.
Yeah, bump.
Oh. Wow, she's so strong.
Yeah, she is dragging that right foot up the volume. Left heel in, just caught the right hand though on the sloper. Could go here, yeah.
I don't think she should have clipped that. She should just have waited. That is also hard to know when you're supposed to clip. You don't want to go like too far and then then you're, well, stuck there.
Well, she's done in that 38 hold, and we're seeing a lot of athletes fall down there. 2 to go then. Jonas Utelli and Sasha Lehmann, so 2 Swiss athletes finishing things off, and Helen Zhenikor and Zhenya Kazbekova from Ukraine for the women. So the last couple of climbers. After this, we'll have a couple of hours off, and then we'll return tonight, 8 p.m. for the second half. Second half? What am I talking about? Second finals. Lead finals. Yeah, Jenya's waiting, you can see, so the backstage area would have been cleared. And it's always such a strange time, this, you know, there's a lot of people in a semi-final coming through, and then suddenly it all quietens down.
Yeah.
So here is Helen.
It's cool that she's doing so well in competitions, because she used to route set, didn't she?
She did, yeah. So she competed, then she started route setting, and the story goes that, you know, she was setting boulders and routes, and she was, you know, doing them, and thought, well, hang on a sec, if I can still do this, why can't I carry on competing? And has returned.
And doing really well.
Yeah, she is. Very, very passionate.
You can
climber.
see that she's like, yeah, you can see that she's older and more mature when she climbs, because she knows the moves, and I think it's really good for her that she's been like a route setter, because then she knows maybe what the route setters are thinking and what they want you to do.
Yeah, exactly. You can't be a route setter and compete at the same time. So what she did was finish the route setting one year, and then the next year return and obviously stop the route setting duties. Would be a bit of a conflict if she did both.
Yeah.
So here's Jonas. It was impressive during, especially the first round of the OQS.
He did really well in Innsbruck, I think.
Yeah. A lot of pressure though on him. Everyone in the audience is watching now.
Yeah. It's cool that the guys are finishing with 2 from Switzerland. Yeah.
Yeah, it is quite nice to see. So easy through this first awkward section for Jonas. Helen, meanwhile, up to the green sloper.
Oh, putting a heel instead of a toe hook.
No problems for him though as he comes through here. Helen, meanwhile, had a bit of a hesitation down low, just reading that as she climbs. Super high heel as well to match her hand.
Really precise.
Yeah. Jonas on the first really hard sequence of moves.
It's looking a little bit tired.
Well, a bit of a stretch, wasn't it, with that left foot?
Yeah.
Hits the undercling.
Yeah, makes the heel there. I think it's really important. It makes these moves so much easier.
Yeah.
I can just take that one and then cut loose.
That has moved him into a finals place, so we will see him tonight. 4th now. How high can he go?
Wow, that hit as well was really nice.
Fighting really hard as he hits the undercling. Changed his mind mid-movement.
Doing it different. It's working.
It is. He's coming up. Okay, falls, but that will be a finals place. Job done for Jonas.
So happy.
Helen, meanwhile, has been pretty slow throughout this. She's got 3:22 on the clock, which is a bit behind where the others were at this stage.
All women are using quite a long time on this next part, so.
Starting to find some flow now, though. Didn't like that right foot and quickly made the correct decision to move through.
It looks nice to stand like that as well, because you get some pressure down on the sloper with the left foot. So.
Is she high enough here, though? She's got a big heel in.
Really locking off the crimp.
Sloper to come. And she moves up towards the finals place. 12th at the moment, right hand through. More powerful, but maybe the better way to do that. Up into 9th then. A couple more and she'll be in. Gets the right hook locked. Makes the match.
Yes.
Flick.
That is finals for her.
Yes, into 4, so we'll see her later on as well. Into the head wall for Hélène, and not looking like she's stopping yet either. Trust that right foot, rock on it slowly, chalk up, coming into that undercling.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking while pressing up there. But you have to be a little bit taller for that to be like a good press.
Yes, and she is, so it's really worked for her. Looking composed still.
Yeah.
Finds that right foot. We'll want to put some weight on it now as she starts to rock over onto it.
Oh, you can see it's so hard to clip there. It's a lot of drag in the rope. Wow. Just stopping and resting there.
And she's got time as well. She's got a minute left, so she found some pace in the middle section. All right. Adjusting the feet.
I think she's gonna top this. Knee drop. No. Just a big move now.
Oh, no. As she went, she fell.
Too tired in the crimp there.
Yeah. Well, Hélène goes. What a performance for her. She's in finals tonight and is a bit shocked.
She's tired.
It's good because Hélène so often is really hard on herself, and I just, you know,
Yeah.
I feel for her. I want to see her do well, and it's great that she's in the finals now. It's nice to see her come down not hating herself. Sometimes she looks so frustrated, you know, and it's lovely to see that smile.
Now.
Yeah. Awesome work from her.
Hopefully she's gonna recover until the finals.
Yes.
She looks quite tired.
Yes, she does. Well, she will have time. Right, final 2 then. So, Zhenya on now. Sasha will follow her. Sasha in the red, the final Swiss athlete to compete, highest finisher in his happy place on the lead wall as well.
I feel like Sasha is always doing well in Villars. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think he enjoys climbing in front of that home crowd.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was so
Gets
proud.
more energy.
Yeah, exactly. And he was proud to get into the Olympics. You know, it meant a lot, and I think representing his country is a big one for him.
Yeah.
And listen to that reaction, big from the crowd. Zhenya had a real battle last night in the Boulder finals. So Zhenya quickly underway. She tends to climb quite fast as well. Been working really hard on a rope, of course, part of that Olympic prep that she's been doing. Has loads of power in the tank if she can fight the pump.
Is she more of a lead climber or boulderer?
I mean, I would see her more as a boulderer, to be honest.
Yeah.
But she's just been really kind of working those weaknesses.
Yeah.
I say weakness, you know what I mean? Comparatively speaking.
Yeah. Leading into semifinals, but it's still a weakness.
Exactly, yeah. Winning this one. Yeah, she did very well during qualies. Yeah, and Zhenya's had a lot of pressure, a lot of chat about her and her story during the Olympics, and she's dealt with it like just a pro, you know, so composed all the time. All right, Sasha jumps into the first of the volumes, hits the second.
Looks really good. Flipping.
Oh, he's really using that left.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Scary.
cost him some. Genya as well is shaking out hard down there, and I think she's looking a bit tired,
Yeah.
which is fair.
Seems like she's using a little bit more power on each move.
Yes. And Sasha's super stretched out with that heel.
Oh, yeah. One of the smaller ones.
Wiggles the left toe in, comes into the underclink.
Oh, I hope he gets to finals.
Yeah, he wants to join his teammate, Jonas,
Yeah.
who's in second at the moment. And that was precise from Sasha. Makes the feet work. And in fact, back and forth with the feet. There's not a lot to stand on.
He's really good with the core. He's always like so precise with the feet and just standing so hard.
Yeah, and you can see that because he did make multiple adjustments there.
Yeah.
Up into 12th. We've seen a few
Not
fall
the
here.
heel,
Though.
yeah.
Oh.
What?
Oh, you
my.
said how hard it was with that campus, and he's
Yeah.
done it.
That was crazy. Wow.
Oh, but he could be in trouble.
Yeah. He has to get like some few more moves, I think.
Those elbows are going up. Can he recover something? I can't believe he's still on. Wow.
He's really pushing.
No, it
Oh my.
goes. Well, let's wait for the score. I'm not
I
sure
think
where.
that's finals,
I think it's
yeah.
enough, yeah.
That was crazy fight.
Well, Genya, our last athlete on the wall.
I think that was just him mentally just wanting really hard to get to the finals.
Yeah, there was like, I'm not going to give this up.
Yeah, not letting go at all.
No. Genya, a couple of places below the finals as well. Wow, what a comp she's having. Come on,
Just
37.
no.
No, and goes.
Ah,
Might. Yeah, she's not going to be
No.
38 though, so no. So just outside, but that'll be enough for the combined. Oh no, 8th, okay. So it has been given the plus.
oh, it was the 38. She had 37.
Yeah,
and
the
then it
score was just slightly
yeah.
behind that move. Well, great work
Okay,
for
that's
Genya.
nice, yeah.
2 in a row.
Yay.
Well, we wait for confirmation. And just a reminder, everyone, that appeals can come through. We'll go off air, and then the appeals process will finish. So this is our top 8 as it stands, down to Genya, Laura, Helene Janikor, Sarah Chopper, Zilia Avazi, Mattia Pozzi, Lynn Vandermeer, Lana Skusek, and Genya. Great work from Lynn as well. Really impressive from her.
Yeah, really. It's nice to see her do well because I don't know her, but she seems also quite hard on herself. But a really good lead climber.
Yeah, agreed. A couple of Vita Lucan outside, unfortunate for her. And then down the bottom, Valerie Kremer had that unfortunate early slip. And Alexander Totskova as well. So that means teammate is in the combined finals, right?
I think so.
There we
I'm
go.
not sure, but I really hope so. So maybe Ingrid is in the finals for combined.
Awesome. Well, Sam
Wow.
Abasu leads the way for the men. Yeah, Jonas Utelli, Luca Pottinger, Sasha Lehmann, 2 Swiss athletes through. So Sasha was guaranteed. As we flick through, Nino not making it. And as we go down the list, not too many surprises out of those athletes. But we know our top 8 now. Well, we will reset here. That lead wall will be stripped. The finals routes will be put on. And then we will return tonight for the finals. Sunniva, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. It was
Great.
super fun.
Yeah, always is, and appreciate it. Right, well, we'll say goodbye now. Thank you for watching, and we will return this evening for more action.